So I was just making breakfast, I'm a college student, so I woke up late. It's a Tuesday, I know, but I don't have classes on Tuesdays. So I decide, you know what? Why don't I wake up late? Just decide to make some breakfast. And, while I have breakfast cooking on the stovetop over there, I decide, you know what? Let me look at my phone. Let's see. Let's see if I got anyone snapping me, if I got any texts, emails, whatever. And I see, before I even open my phone, I have 46 Twitter notifications. I'm like, that's odd. Usually I don't get Twitter notifications unless something big is happening. So something big must be happening. What could be happening at 11:30 on a Tuesday afternoon? Well, surely it can't be the Rangers, right? The Rangers don't play until tomorrow. What could be going on with the Rangers? And they already, went over the I tried to emphasize the A there, the cAptAin situation. So can't possibly be that. What could possibly be going on? Oh, let's look. Let's see what could be going on. Oh, Vitaly Kravtsov wants out. Uh-oh. Where do we start? Where do we start without me screaming my head off? Where do we go? So the Rangers decide. I want to see if I'm getting this straight. So the Rangers decide that keeping Libor Hajek was a smarter decision by potentially losing him off waivers, which, by the way, nobody, not a single NHL team is claiming Libor Hajek off waivers. If the Rangers can't even fetch a low-round draft pick for Libor Hajek, sure, maybe a team takes it for free, but who? Who's taking him? I'm seeing guys get cleared off waivers that shouldn't be, when teams like Buffalo and Arizona don't have the strongest of rosters. Who is taking Libor Hajek off waivers if you're that scared of losing him? And what did he do this preseason that went, wow, we need to keep this guy on the roster over Vitaly Kravtsov? What warranted that? Now, sure, fine, I get it. Kravtsov didn't have the best preseason. You want him to get some AHL time. Fine, sure. And Kravtsov decides, nah, I'm good. This is where I'm pissed at both sides. I'm pissed at both the Rangers and Kravtsov with this. I'm pissed at the Rangers because you traded Pavel Buchnevich as a purpose to give Kakko and Kravtsov top 6 minutes on that right side. And not only did Kreider, before the season even started, bump Kravtsov down the third line, Kravtsov now doesn't even get a spot on the roster and now might not even be a New York Ranger by the end of this week. But by the end of the day, even if as we know it, which I'm going to keep checking Twitter in case, something happens. But, nothing's happening. But, and then I'm pissed at Kravtsov because you didn't play well enough in preseason. So you need to, as a player, take that as a responsibility. Go to the AHL. If they view that you need time in the AHL because you're underachieving, you got to go to the AHL and take advantage of it. Look at Phil Pedal. Going down to the AHL is not a bad place to go and learn and develop your game. It's not a bad place. To Kravtsov, nope. No interest. And that's according to Larry Brooks, who blocks me, but I could still see when people retweet his tweets, everything. But yeah, he said it is because of the fact that he doesn't want to be in the AHL. So I don't understand why Kravtsov, if he thinks he's this good, go to the AHL. What's the worst that could happen? You know what could happen if you do go, Kravtsov? If you're this confident in that you're an NHL player, and if you're really this good as you think, you're going to tear it up in the AHL, and then, the New York Rangers will pick up the phone, call you back up, and you got a spot on the roster. I mean, it sounds simple to me. It sounds simple to me, but what do I know? What do I know? That's where I'm pissed at Kravtsov, but the Rangers also do get equally as much blame. But I don't know how I could blame them at the same time when Kravtsov didn't have a strong preseason. He simply didn't. Sure, he was good in that last preseason game. I guess he scored a goal, but at the same time, it's like he wasn't good enough. He simply was not good enough. And I'm just going through Twitter to see what's going on here. But it's just so simple to me. It's so simple to me if you're Kravtsov to go to the AHL and tear it up if they really think you need help in the AHL and that you need to improve your game because you weren't good enough in the preseason. What hurts about going to the AHL? I seriously don't understand. I'm more pissed at Kravtsov, honestly. Now that I'm talking to the camera and saying this, I'm more pissed from that perspective. It does, though. It does piss me off at the same time that Hayek, they didn't want to lose him the waivers, and that ultimately just led to this decision. But at the same time, maybe Hayek, it wasn't really that decision. Maybe even if they did decide to waive Hayek and he did clear waivers, or maybe if he was waiver exempt in this world, maybe Kravtsov still goes to the AHL because they really weren't confident enough that he was a NHL guy and he didn't look great in the preseason. I don't see where the harm is in going to the AHL if you're Kravtsov. I really don't understand. And now it's like, who's going to trade for him? Who is going to trade for him when, sure, he was a 9th overall pick, but if other teams see that he needs time in the AHL, who's going to trade for him except for maybe a team that is in a rebuild phase like Arizona or Buffalo that could afford to have a guy like that on the NHL roster? But for other teams, who knows if he's even going to be in the NHL for them? And then it's the same situation. I'm honestly over it. If he's going to be like that about the situation, then is what it is. I'm pissed off, like I said, at both ends, but more so Kravtsov because of the fact that if the organization does see that you need time in the AHL, it's simple to me to go to the AHL. And did we address the Rangers captain situation? Oh, let's address the Rangers captain situation. The Rangers decided to name 6 alternate captains. 6. Instead of naming a captain, which we were led on that they were going to do. Nah. 6 alternates. Who are the 6 alternates? Kreider, Zibanejad, Trouba, Panarin. They were alternates. And then the new members of the A club are Ryan Strome and Barclay Goodrow. So stupid to have 6 alternates, but I'm fine with them not naming a captain. I've said it because I understand that they want to wait, but at the same time, you have a perfect guy that could bridge the gap. If you really want to name Lafreniere or Fox the captain, you have a guy that could bridge the gap. Kreider has been in the organization for the longest time out of anyone on the team, clearly has great leadership abilities. You have a guy perfectly right there who could bridge the gap because, to me, it's inevitable that he's getting traded once his modified no-trade clause kicks in the 24-25 season. To me, it's inevitable. They're going to package him with a pick. You have a guy that could bridge the gap for a couple seasons, and then there you go. There you go. You can name Lafreniere the captain. You can name Fox the captain. You can name whoever you want the captain at that point. I'm hot about this. I'm more pissed about the Kravtsov situation. I don't even know what else to say. Thank you guys for watching the video. My predictions will come out later if I could cool off from this shit because I'm heated from this. But thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like. Subscribe if you guys are new. Other than that, it's been Python. I'm out. Peace.